I checked the line, who's next to go? Yeah, who's next to go? I checked the line, who's next to go?
Bondzee Live, Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube.
A replication of my husband's penis with his ashes in it that I have slowly been spreading around the gathering, and he's here. An act-
That's pretty funny. I think one of those universal remotes driving around everywhere, effing with people's TVs while they're trying to watch their favorite show at night, or there's a big baseball game on right now. Imagine just driving around. That'd be great. We got to try that. One of these weekends coming up. To my guest in the background there in the green room, if you're listening, take note. We got to go get one of them goddamn things for sure. Let me try and bring this up. For some reason, it didn't come up here on my phone. It's not going live. It says we're live on Facebook. Let me try this again. Riveting, I know. Let's see if I can try again. All right, well, let's try this again. There we go. Just need a little reboot. We all need a little kick in the ass and stuff every once in a while. But here we are, by golly gee, it's episode 303. It's Bondzee Live at Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube and all the other nonsense social media out there. Why not? You got nothing better to do, I know. So when you're scrolling through, just subscribe to that and all the social medias so you don't miss a thing, because there's good stuff coming up. Believe me, we'll get into it all, but things are starting to come out that I have filmed well over a year ago now. And so I'm looking forward to sharing these things, including the first movie that I ever filmed, where I have the big breakdown crying scene with my wife because our daughter killed herself. I just got the final edit. It's finally done. I saw it. I even cried. I cried at the end because I've never seen the whole thing together in a row. And it's hard. It hits you right in the stones. It does, if you have stones. And if you don't, it just hits you right in the feels. You know what I mean? We'll play it next week because I just simply don't have time to play it tonight. And yeah, anyways, there's so much good stuff coming up. So make sure you go follow me on all the social medias, and then you won't miss anything. All right. Sorry, not sorry for missing last week. I've been super busy. I'm painting this huge, massive house. A massive project that I'm doing alone. Again, my dad's been helping me, but no painting. You know what I mean? Just great to have a helper. But and then my agent, she's like literally been whoring me out for every single project that I think is available to audition for. She's sending me to them, or you got to do not sending, but what do you do? The self-tape auditions these days. And thank God, quite frankly, because do you know how many times a day and back and forth I'd be going to Toronto, not living there? It'd be a complete nightmare. So thank you, not thank you for the COVID either, I guess, because now it's all done on self-tape auditions at home in the comfort of your own stuff, and there's not a whole bunch of people around and weirdos, and you could do 100 takes and get it right and perfect. You know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, 18 auditions in the past 11, 12 days. It's been insane. My days literally do not stop from the second I wake up till the second I go to bed. I know. Wow. I'm not complaining. Not by any means. I love it. But listen, I'd love less of the fucking painting too, to be honest with you, because I really want to focus on this other stuff. And right now, but that's just the way life goes. When AI steals your other job and you got to go back out and do an old job you loved, it's the way the cookie crumbles. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. So anyways, on the acting thing real quick, huge shout out to my dad, who's been a huge help in filming and helping me do lines and stuff. And my guest who's in the green room, my buddy, Phil Mulzer. They've been tremendous. Now, honestly, thank God they've been great. Really thankful for them, but no competition there whatsoever. They are both completely horrendous at reading lines. One better than the other, but I'm not here to sit and judge or toss around names who's the best or who's the worst. So I am thankful for them both. Believe me, all right? So there. And they're probably sitting there going, Well, and I'm going to ask him. It's coming up. I'm going to ask what it is like to work with old Bondzarelli when we're filming auditions and stuff, because my buddy Phil has firsthand knowledge. So you guys will get the answer to that burning question. All right. What else? Oh, I also had a wonderful chat with former NHL star Chris Kontos this afternoon. I will play you that interview tonight. We talked everything hockey coming up in the NHL. Well, not everything, because time just got carried away and we can't bust down 32 teams in about a 30-minute chat. You know what I'm saying? So we got to the hot stuff. I think you're really going to enjoy this chat. And then we also talked about some cool things that his kids are up to as well. So stick around for that. Plus, a blimp smashes into houses in Brazil. Wild video. You got to see this. Dummies of the week, of course, and whatever else comes out of my mouth tonight during the next hour or 45 minutes or however long this nonsense takes. Great guest coming up. Okay, next week, confirmed, signed, sealed, delivered, JD Fortune from In Excess fame. He's going to be coming on to talk about the event that we got coming up in less, I think, 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, called Art of Recovery. And my buddy here, Phil, is here to talk about it coming up shortly. Plus, Hoogie on the road, guitar, music tech, wizard out there. He's on the road with Five Finger Death Punch right now. He's going to be joining me soon. Plus, 2 weeks' time, Michael Bell performing as David Bowie at Bowie Fest. He is going to come here as Michael Bell and talk about performing as David Bowie on the road, which is a pretty cool gig if you ask me. You get to travel all over North America pretending you're David Bowie, and people will like really want to see you like get ready to it. Pretty cool gig if you ask me. So he's going to be on the show. We're going to talk about some shows that he's got coming up. October 18th at the Lighthouse in Port Dover. If you're in that area, make sure you go. Oh, it's almost sold out. It might be even sold out now. Go check that out. Check out the Lighthouse website. And if you're in the London region, he'll be playing at the Wolf Performance Hall. There you go. Okay. Oh, and Bridget, Bridget, the lead singer. I thought that looked weird earlier, and I knew I was going to mess it up again. Bridget, the lead singer of a great band I just saw not too long ago called In Your Walls, will be joining me coming up real soon as well. Super. Okay, sponsors. Let's get to those real quick because, and I'm going to get to this in a minute. I got something to get off my chest, and it's about old Sarge. It's sort of. All right, so stick around for that coming up shortly. First, foremost, Shakespeare's Fine Dining. Folks, it's like beating a dead horse, but not really, because it's the best place in all of Ontario to get a steak. And I'm not just saying that because I've known them since I was like literally born. The old man is still there in the kitchen cooking up the best steak and seafood that you could ever imagine. I swear to God, it is so scrumptious. 54 years, I'm pretty sure he's got that shit down to a science. You know what I'm saying? You are not going to have a bad meal there. You're not going to have bad service. The wine selection is to die for. The dessert menu is to die for. Make sure you make a reservation because the place is to die for. Everybody wants to go there and be seen there. All the celebrities go there. All the hockey stars go there. You should too. 905-528-0689. Please make a res or go to www.shakespears.ca. There. Done. Got it. Okay. Let's jump right into it. But before I get into it and before I get to my guest here, and I know he's got to go, but we got time. We're only 9 minutes into this nonsense tonight. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. Really appreciate you, each and every one of you. A couple weeks back on my 300th show, I don't have any tea left, which is a real bummer. I drank it early tonight. I had old Sarge on, and God bless her. And she did bomb. It's fine. She can't be perfect every time. Okay, we're getting up there in age. You know, Sarge isn't as sharp as attack as she used to be. We're not far off it, mind you. She said something that I don't know if to say the word bother me would be the right word, because it didn't really bother me. But I just think she's uneducated and she's uninformed, and that's okay. The less Sarge knows about this show and the carryings on and the goings on in this show, quite frankly, the better. You know what I'm saying? So, but she did say and I was asking her about it and stuff. Hold on, I got something to show you here. I think I'll pull this up real quick. Anyways, anything you'd like to say to your favorite son before I move on here, Mom? Sorry.
Oh, congratulations on your stupid show.
Very much. And she also said, and I quote, "But do you make any money?" Oh. Trying to do that in a British accent. the answer is, well, none of your business, quite frankly. But I've always been open and honest on the show, like I have with everything. And yes, I have and do make money on this show from sponsors and in the past advertising. It is not bucket loads of money. It is certainly not going to make me rich anytime soon. But what old Sarge fails to realize, and what I didn't even realize starting this stupid show, was that we were all locked up in COVID and we were all going a little friggin' snake, quite frankly, and including me. And I wasn't dealing with it well. I being caged up and not being able to go out and see and talk to people and hang out with people. I just came from paradise and was rocking a bar every day and having the best time of my life, working my ass off 14 hours a day, surrounded by amazing people. To 0.0 people. And yeah, so we all were also sort of going a little Looney Tune. Well, lo and behold, I start this stupid show drunk off my face, and it turns into this thing where I started to open up more and more and more. And well, shit, people started reaching out to me like, you know, in strict confidentiality, and started telling me shit and asking me questions because they were in dark, dark places. And we're like, just asking things. And so that's what it turned into. And then even more so in the past year, with I've been so open with my struggles with alcohol, man. I've tried to quit for like 3-4 years since this goddamn show started. And I've been open and honest about it. And I failed and failed and failed and failed. Sometimes by choice, sometimes not, by not. Just blew it time and time again. And then I finally did it. I had a little help from having a couple strokes, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I still did it, you know? And then the weight loss thing too. And you know, and people see and are taking notice. And fuck, I'm losing count of how many people in the last year have come up to me and congratulated me first and foremost, but then say, well, I'm doing it. Like, it's unbelievable the amount of people that have started or tried carnivore and lost some weight, just trying to do better, be better in things. So many people quit drinking. It's unbelievable. So does this show make me rich? Not in a money sense. No. It pays for my fuck you money and going out to concerts and stuff and having fun and buying my weed. California sober. And you know what? But it certainly made me rich in a better, deeper, more human way and connection that I never saw coming. So Sarge, God bless you. But no, I don't make a shit ton of money, but I feel so awesome about the show and I love doing it. And I'm super thankful that I've helped not one, not two, but like I need my toes to it's I never ever knew could be a word that somebody would listen to. And I am now. And that's pretty fucking cool if you ask me. So I'm going to keep being the best version of me because I've changed my life in the past year and I'm going to keep going. And I encourage each and every one of you to do the same thing, whether it makes you money or it doesn't. If it makes you feel better about yourself, fucking A rights. Go get it. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to get to my next guest because he's a badass too. And I wouldn't be where I am without you today, my friend. Welcome to the show. It's your first time ever on Trippin With Bondzee, and it's my buddy, longtime buddy, childhood buddy, best football player I've ever got to play with, a legendary high school sweetheart. The girls just adored you, Phil Mulzer. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Bondzee? You hear me, bud?
I can. You had me nervous for a second there. I thought, he muted his mic.
I'm here. Thanks for all the lies. That's good.
That's good. There was no lies in there, first and foremost. But I guess the burning question off the top is, what is it like working with an up-and-coming superstar actor and filming and getting to read lines with them?
Well, I can't answer that question, but I can answer the question working with Greg. So it was a challenge. Good job, Ken. No, it was fun. We had a lot of fun with it. Greg's a perfectionist. He wants it to be perfect. He doesn't like the finger being in front of the lens. I don't know. That's the way it is. But I think we got through it. I think we did a pretty good job. It's not really my thing, but
other than that, only once the chubby finger got in the way. And listen, those sausages are more important for bigger and better things, mister, than filming and stuff. So and I fully get it. But it was funny because I did get I am, I guess, to a fault, a perfectionist, and I'm not sure if that's a fault. I think it's actually pretty good to be. But I think I yelled at you on the first day in your, and then you called me on it, which was good because you probably were not going to let me back to do this and film at your house and stuff. And but it also opened my eyes to, let's be serious, but not also take it so serious, because at the end of the day, it's just for fun, and is fun, even though it's for sweet paying gigs. But and you've helped me in so many other ways. So I thank you first and foremost for that. And it has been fun filming with you and stuff.
Oh no, brother, it was fun. I appreciated it. It was I enjoyed it, to a certain extent. I was hoping it wasn't going to be the end of our relationship at a certain point, but it is what it is. I do what I can to help out with you, and you do the same for me, as I'm sure in earlier episodes you mentioned. But it's great, and I don't mind sitting in this room for the last 3 hours waiting for you.
Whatever.
You can tell everybody about that one too if you want.
Well, listen, I mean, did you forget to pay the lighting bills or something, an electric bill? Because all the girls watching the show want to see how beautiful you are, and like, quite frankly, you look like you're sitting in a cave.
Oh, I'm just, this is, I can do the lighting up if you want. I don't think anyone really cares to see me that closely.
I'm just
I can see the TV behind, doesn't look too bad, but yeah, no, it's all good.
No, it doesn't. I'm just scrolling to your notes here because I put in some funny jokes here that I don't want to miss. Well, listen, let's get right to it. And the reason you're here, because listen, otherwise it would be like searching for dinosaurs and dinosaur bones trying to get you on this show, but it's for an amazing cause. Our dear friend Pat Molden, who we had the pleasure of growing up with, and unfortunately we lost him. He's a dear friend, but we're putting on this amazing event, Phil, coming up very soon. Actually, it's called the Art of Recovery through the Somerset Foundation. And why don't you just tell us a bit about it and what it's all about and why we're doing it and what's all involved?
Well, I mean, it was something that was started through some friends of ours. They had a ties back to Pat. They had some insights into things that he would probably have liked to do at least. We all realized that he wasn't, he wasn't at the end of his game. He had a whole bunch of things he wanted to do with his life. And as we all know, or at least most of us may know, he was always exploring new avenues and he was always challenging himself with new things to do. So it was a tragedy to lose him. And I think that, through some of our friends, they thought maybe we could do something that he would appreciate us to do, that he would have loved to see happen.
Yeah. So what happened through that? So some good friends, Rachel, Michelle, girls we went to high school with, and there's some other people on the committee, including your sister, myself, you. And we've put together this wonderful event, and it's going to be held at Bridgeworks, downtown Hamilton, which is a great venue. I know you don't, concert goings aren't your thing. I don't think you've been to Bridgeworks, or have you? For the Grey Cup festivities, maybe?
From my memory, I have not been there.
Okay. Anyways, wonderful place, and that's where we're going to have it. And people can click on the there's the QR code there, and then actually I'm going to pop one up on the screen here, right like that. So people can go there, click on that. You can get tickets that way. Yeah, so we all sat together, we brainstormed and came up with having a guest panel of speakers, right? We're going to have some speakers, I guess some people that are way smarter than you and I, Phil, like therapists who have been involved in helping people recovering from addictions and PTSD and anxiety and all the depression and all that crazy stuff. A wonderful friend of Pat's, and now he's actually turned into, we could call him a friend, Brock. Unfortunately, Brock was going to join us in person and come and speak. Pat saved Brock's life firsthand, basically, in Afghanistan, Phil? And but Brock is having a surgery popped up that he's available for, and so he's going to be sending us something. So he's going to be a part of it, which is really exciting as well, because Pat would love that, and those two really became close after Pat saved his life, and Brock will be forever grateful for him. And then on top of that, we got music, right? Phil, who's playing?
We got the JT Fortune's going to be there. I think
One of your
Michelle's
favorite bands from high school, In
Yeah,
Excess,
In
right? Back
Excess.
in the
I mean,
day.
come on,
I think
guys.
when you
Like,
were
what's
smooching
going
all
on?
those girls, there was In Excess playing loudly on the boombox.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We got that going on. It's going to be pretty amazing. You know, like what a night we got planned. Michelle's going to be going up there. Michelle Titian, very popular. She's a very key player in this whole event with
Yes.
Somerset, and you know, I couldn't be more excited to be part of it.
Yeah, well, Michelle's a wonderful local Hamilton musician and an integral part of putting this thing together and keeping us all wrangled, which is, you know, these things are really hard and it's not easy to do. So kudos to everybody that's been a huge part of it, and helping put this wonderful evening together. Sean R. Spires, thanks for tuning in from the Belleville region, brother. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so it really is going to be a wonderful night. Like I said, guest speakers, musicians. We're also going to have some wonderful hors d'oeuvres served by a local chef, Kenny. Right, Phil?
Yeah, exactly. Ken, I'm not going to pretend I can pronounce his last name. I apologize. But, you know, look at the links. This guy is good. The food looks amazing. He's well known. Like we're lucky to have him on board.
Yeah, we are. Apparently he's the real deal. And we're also going to be doing a silent auction where this awesome local Hamilton chef, Ken, is going to be offering up his chef duties for to come to your house and put on like a private dinner for your pal. So you can put in a bid to win that and show off and look pretty cool that you got your own private chef and stuff. And a ton of other great things we're giving away. Am I missing anything else on the prizes and giveaways and stuff?
I mean, the events being held, you know, to put together a memorial grant in Pat's name. That's something that we're trying to get to, you know, through the proceeds of donations and whatnot. So, you know, come and join us. And, you know, I think it's going to be a fantastic time for all of us to get together. There's going to be a lot of people we haven't seen for many years. We're hoping, and I think it's going to be a fantastic time, and it's going to be a great event, really.
Yeah, for sure. And if people can't make the event, they can donate to the cause. And we will have that link up in the next two shows leading up to the event, when JD will be joining me next week. So we'll have that link up where people can just go donate money if they can't make it. But yeah, it really is going to be a wonderful time. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's been a lot of hard work bringing it together. And we're getting close, eh, buddy?
Yeah, it's getting pretty close. We need, oops, there we go. We need lots of people to just you know, get involved and let's see some old faces there, some new faces. You know, let's make this happen. Let's make this. Let's get to where we need to be.
Yeah, and it'll be a pretty special man. And for those who aren't super familiar with Pat, I know I've talked about him a bunch in the past. He's been on the show twice, given 2 amazing interviews, and been very open and honest about his time and trial and tribulations in Afghanistan and being a soldier and some crazy stuff, some stories he shared. And you know, he really suffered. He was open about his struggles with PTSD and his depression and drug and alcohol struggles as well. And sadly, we lost him tragically to a heart attack suddenly on Christmas Eve 2 years ago. And you know, we all sort of were grieving in our own way for quite some time, and we finally got together, and it's in due time, and we're really looking forward to celebrating Pat and putting on an amazing event for him. And I thank you for joining me tonight and helping me just, you know, talk about it. And because people are sick and tired of just listening to me talk about it, it's nice to have somebody on the committee and who was Pat's dear close friend. And I know this means a lot to you as it does to me and many others, pal.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm glad to be here. I mean, I want to, a lot of us, you know, who know Pat and other people who are definitely appreciate his art. He was a unique guy when it came to that. There is a silent auction, which I'm sure Greg will be probably putting up a link to, that people can go on there and check out some of the stuff. And I'll be telling you right now, like, I think I'm going to grab a couple of those myself, to be honest.
For sure. His artwork is pretty cool and different and unique. And there's going to be quite a bit of it available. And I highly suggest, and we're going to start putting up pictures of that next week, over the next 2 weeks. And let's get rid of it all and own a piece of some really cool stuff from an amazing guy. And I'm be scooping some myself too, bro. So yeah, I really appreciate. Oh, before I let you go, I know you helped me with a ton of auditions. And one I wouldn't let you help me with was because I had to sing and dance, and quite
Let's
frankly,
see it. Please,
not
let's see this.
not really my forte. You know what I'm saying? The old dancing thing to a choreographed dance with some spinning and this and the feet going. Listen, I used to think or like to think I was pretty good dancing in the clubs and stuff with some liquid courage in me back in the day. Nowadays, you know, the shroomies, you feeling the vibe and stuff, maybe a little I'm on board, and I love the music, and I just got a little moves. But I don't think I'm really good at this other dancing stuff, Phil. I could not even do what they sent me to do, so I put together this. I don't even know what to call it. So I call it horrendous. Some might call it lovely art and think it's awesome dance. I'm not really going to go there, but without further ado, let's have a glance at this nonsense, shall we?
I'll call it freestyle.
Here we go. Why play it for me? Come on. Here we go.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardians at each day start.
Look at those moves, bro.
As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
Got it going on, baby. Can you feel that groove?
Jardians is really swell. The little pill.
Oh shit! You know what? I'm gonna get it. So I gotta take. I forgot I was supposed to mute the. Anyways, I'll take that down. I'll take that down right away. I won't let in the replay. Yeah, shoot. Oopsie.
Yeah, that was
anyways.
so bad.
Everybody's too busy laughing at my moves and stuff. I mean, clapping at my moves. They didn't even hear the music in the company. So, anyways, most of my 99% of my auditions do not go like that and are way better. Just listen, Ed, I'm with you, bro. I will still always be a painter, I guess, moving forward, because I will not be joining any dance theater anytime soon. Eh, Phil?
No comment.
Nor will you either, Buster, by the looks of it.
No, yeah, exactly. It's not my...
Well, listen, thanks so much for doing this, dude. It was a pleasure to finally have you on. And I know you've been a big fan of watching for a long time, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate your friendship. And I'm really looking forward to the big event.
Love you, brother. Tennis
Love
tomorrow, right?
What's that?
Tennis tomorrow.
Oh, yes. That's another thing I had in my notes. Listen, I got to thank you for making me a better tennis player this summer. It's been something I've really, you know, we've both sort of a new old love. We both could play way back in the day, but never had anybody to play with. And now we found each other, Philip, and our new love for tennis.
Yeah, no, I miss it. Let's get back to it, bro. Love you, man. You take care.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy, bro. Thank you. All right, Phil Mulzer, make sure you go get your tickets for Art of Recovery, and you'll see that handsome double there. He's one of my best bros, and boy, we have some good times together. And yeah, I'm sure there's days he probably wants to wring my neck and stuff. And, you know, it's a two-way street. Listen, and I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. But I'm Phil's, and we're pals, and we've been found. Oh fuck, I guess it's been what? I think he's gone now, but grade 9. 12 years old. I think I was when I started high school. Yeah, I was 12, and I turned 13 the first week of high school. So there. But yeah, poor mofos know me a long time. Okay, let's jump right into the next interview. I think I got it right here somewhere, and fuck, I gotta fix that. I was totally meant to lower the goddamn volume on that, and I blew it. And now I can't find. Oh yeah, recents, auditions, no, live stream. Was this today? No, that's not it. Here we go. This one right here. Without further ado, Has been on the show before. It's a real pleasure to welcome him back. He's an incredible hockey player, was an incredible hockey player, still is. Well, at least the last time I played with him. I don't even know if he's playing anymore. I'll have to ask him. He got to play in the NHL with some pretty special players. He was drafted 15th overall in the first round. Not a big deal. 1982. He by the New York Rangers. He's played for the Pittsburgh Penguins with Lemieux. He's played for the Los Angeles Kings with Gretzky. You might have heard of that guy. He also had an epic 4-goal night performance playing for the Tampa Bay Lightning and remains tied for the team record for goals scored in a single game. He's also a silver medalist at the Olympics for Team Canada. Pretty sweet resume, if you ask me. Please welcome to Trippin With Bondzee. It's Chris Kontos. Clicks for you, buddy. How's it going?
Hey, it doesn't even compare to me watching you on Facebook and your journey, man. You are on fire.
Yeah.
So look at him. Oh, well, yeah.
That, but different times, different places. You were sort of like, I wasn't never anybody back in the day like you were, playing with Gretzky, Lemieux, and some amazing other hockey players, scoring 4-goal games in the NHL. That's a pretty big feat in itself, mister. And now things are going well for me. Lots of hard work, but it's not about me. It's about you. Welcome to the show. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Oh, thanks for having me back. The hard work, that's what gets you to the show, and that's what gets you your successes, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate that. And you would definitely know from yourself, from your son and your daughter. And we're going to tap into all of that coming up. But you're definitely, it looks like beautiful where you are, October 3rd, sitting outside, chilling with a golf shirt on. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I can't believe this fall has been incredible. It's almost July, August weather.
Yeah.
They say 2 seasons in Canada, right? Hockey season in July, but this year it's kind of extended a bit.
Hey, we'll take it, right? How was the summer up on Georgian Bay? Keeping busy? I know you keep busy outside of your playing days now and stuff.
Yeah, I run an online business, and actually in the summer I do a lot of clinicking at the Midland Arena with the guys that are up and coming, trying to get scholarships, trying to get to the OHL, trying some pro guys. I love giving back like that. Just if I can fine-tune their technique and teach them some stuff that they haven't really paid attention to, that's what I'm there for them.
Sure. And that's what's sort of cool about the NHL, isn't it, Chris? It's like once you were there and played games, and it really doesn't matter if you even played 5 or 10, you made it there. But even if you played 1,000 plus, you will always be that guy who played in the NHL, and people will always come to you for advice and guidance and how to. And that's got to be pretty cool and special, even being out of the game for so long too, right, pal?
Yeah. Although, I mean, a lot of time has passed and the game changes, the type of game changes, but I mean, the path to get there, the dedication, having agents, knowing what to do, where to go, what's the right decision. A lot of those things are still the same. They're pretty common, but the game has definitely changed with the dollars that are involved nowadays.
Well, dollar, speed, size, everything is different. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, the end result is still the same. One of the greatest sports in the entire world, one of the hardest, if not the hardest championship to win in the entire world, as far as I'm concerned. That is a huge grind, isn't it, Chris?
Oh, absolutely. To get to a Stanley Cup final and win it. I mean, look at Connor McDavid was trying to carry his team on his back last year, all the way to Game 7. Yeah. And, they fell short. And, I mean, maybe they'll get another crack, but, there's so much competition and parity nowadays. They may not. It's so, that's why we watch, though, right? I mean, everybody's got their favorite players, their favorite teams, and everybody wants success, especially them Toronto Maple Leafs, which are, is this the year or is it a new 5-year plan?
Well, listen, there's so many things I want to tap into there because Connor McDavid, absolutely legendary. I mean, the best always do seem to find a way to win. And yes, he didn't win, but he came back from down 3-0 and everybody thought they were now going to get swept 4 straight. That did not happen. They come back and tie it and go to Game 7, and we're unfortunate to pull it off. But I still think the best find a way to win. And Connor, and listen, it might not be in Edmonton down the road, but I think Connor will find a way to win a Stanley Cup in his time. The Leafs, is it their year? Listen, we're going to jump into that because it is a pretty exciting time. The 24-25 NHL season is here. We are fired up. I'm fired up. You're fired up. Let's start in Montreal. Maybe not so fired up with the addition of Patrick Laney, a whole new, mindset, everything. He's really excited to get started again. And then he gets his knee blown out and he's out for 2 to 3 months, which is good news in the grand scheme of things because he's not going to be out for the whole season. But a bummer nonetheless. And is that going to affect the Montreal Canadiens making the playoffs this year, Chris? How do you see it?
Well, it's going to hurt them. And I saw Martin St. Louis in an interview, and he was pretty sad about the situation because he felt that Laine had gone to Montreal and he was like having fun and he felt like he was part of something that was going to be great. And he hasn't had the best last few years, a lot of turmoil, and unfortunate that that accident happened. But I mean, he was on a power play and he's carrying the puck up the ice like Connor McDavid trying to go through. Oh, he's a shooter. Let him up like Stamkos or Ovechkin or somebody and just, put them in the net. And I don't know why he was doing that, but he's going to have 2 or 3 months to think about it now while he rehabs his MCL.
He sure is. And I mean, I'm glad you called it an accident, and because you'll have your Leaf haters out there and the Montreal lovers that will say blatantly that it was on purpose and stuff. And it really was. The game moves so fast, Chris, and we all saw it with our own eyes. It wasn't intent to injure, and it is really unfortunate because, he certainly didn't live up to the hype in Columbus and being a second draft pick overall in the first round. Overall behind, Austin Matthews. There's no comparison there whatsoever.
Yeah.
So the Leafs definitely win on that one. And listen, it is unfortunate for them, but hopefully he comes back bigger and better and he still loves the game. Okay. Hey, your former team, they made some big moves in the offseason. They got rid of Steve Stamkos, their guy, their captain.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. They did some other signings, and they kind of business-wise went, okay, we're going to go this direction, and we'll see how it turns out. But
listen, we are blessed to finally have that access. And I think it's pretty amazing that we get to have it, but we can't go judging people because now he acts like this and does this. Listen, he's a leader first and foremost, and he lead by example. And he's certainly he expects the best out of everybody if he's going to give the way he does and plays the way he does. So, I saw nothing wrong with it. I was kind of shocked for sure, because you see this quiet, reserved McDavid, but at the same time, good on him for having that, big set of cojones too, and freaking out and getting the boys' attention, because certainly worked, didn't it, Chris?
And not everybody plays it 100% optimal all the time. Sometimes you need a voice like that, or a kick in the butt or something, just to snap you out of it and get you going again. And I mean, I've seen it happen. I played with Gretzky and I played with Lemieux, pretty soft-spoken, quiet guys, but when they want to win, it.
Hell yeah. Pretty
You'll
amazing that you got to play with some people like that. And we talked about that the last time you were on the show, but I'd like to keep moving forward. How about this issue in Boston with Swayman? They got a little bit of a goaltending situation. Have you been following that at all?
Yeah, well, when it went to the press conference, and Cam Neely said, I think there's 64 million reasons why he should be signing this contract. Usually that doesn't happen, but now they're in a pickle because they let their other goalie go to Ottawa. Yep. And after they were sharing the net and having such a fantastic season as a group, and they gotta figure this out, because who did they sign as their other goalie now? Korpisalo?
Yes, I think it is. It is Korpisalo.
So he'll start, because I don't think Swayman can be ready in 5 days to start, or to get in there. He's going to have to get his contract signed. It might go to November or December. It's going to be ugly, and that's going to be the biggest distraction for the whole first part of the season. Although I did see that Boston's defense this year, I think they're an average of 6'4", 230 pounds. They're all big and they're all strong, and Boston's. When I played, it was the small rink, and it was just they would dump it in, and we would never get out of our own zone. They'd be just pounding on it, and it was the stands were so steep. It was like the fans were just yelling at you from right on top of you. It was one of the worst buildings to play in as a road game. But Boston, the Garden, they love their team, and they'll be cheering. Doesn't matter who's in net, and I still think they're going to do well.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that it did get leaked. It's sort of one of those things you just don't really do. Yeah. And Neely went there, and it turns out Swayman's agent comes out and says, they're pretty upset about that, because they were trying to be professional about this and do it the right way. So, does he even come back? Maybe now he demands a trade or asks for a trade because he doesn't trust them? Or
that's why we watch. That's why we watch. What's going to happen? It's like a soap opera.
Listen, it's going to be great. I'm not really eating popcorn much these days and stuff. Butter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not ready for this, because this is pretty interesting, because they went from two number one goalies and were amazing to now they don't got one starter. They got a backup in net, and so it is pretty interesting. And listen, 8x8, dude, is some pretty good money if you ask me, but Swayman might think he's worth a little more. I don't know.
Well, they say the cap's going up next year, so that might be low money if he has the kind of season that he thinks he's going to have, and they might look at it and go, "Geez, you're a bargain."
Yeah. So keep the problems coming in Boston as far as I'm concerned, Chris, because moving on, let's talk about the beloved Toronto Maple Leafs, shall we? Huge changes there in the offseason. We got rid of the coach. There's nothing wrong with Sheldon Keefe. I think he's an amazing coach, and I think he'll
have a good year in Jersey. You watch. He'll do well there.
I really think he will, too. And now we got the Chief. Ruby does things a little more hardcore, I would imagine, for sure. It's a
different look. It's a different look.
Yeah.
And deep down, I think a lot of Leaf fans have been pining for that kind of look. That little bit of sandpaper, that little bit of
the old Pat Burns days and stuff.
Yeah. But I think even more than Pat Burns. I think that's what it's going to turn out to be. He's not going to be Mr. Talkity Talk after games, and Sheldon was awesome for dealing with the media and stuff like that. I think he's just going to be meat and potatoes, and I want what I want, and you'll hear about it very short, very sweet, to the point, and he'll probably call guys out, and that's the kind of year it's going to be.
I'm looking forward to it. Matthews made the captain in the offseason as well.
Yeah.
Unorthodox move. Not too many teams have done it, but some have. Your thoughts on it real quick?
I mean, he's a proven leader. They keep talking about the way everybody gravitates to him. Johnny T's getting a little older. He's not on his way up anymore, which is it's just the natural progression of a career and the age that he's at. And he's had a fantastic career, and he's still a great player. And I think he's all class. And even when they announced it. Nothing but class with the whole move, and if they do go on to have a phenomenal year, it's just going to make him even look better.
For sure. Third line center too, by the way. It's going to look like he's going to play.
It's early.
That's not a bad third line. It's early, but we'll see. I mean, some big additions. We got Connor Dewar from Minnesota. That's a big pickup. Defenseman Joel Edmondson from Washington, and Weber from Carolina, big defenseman. So, and listen, we got Wall is now the official #1 goalie. With Matt.
Wait a second. There's 4 goalies. That's on paper. He's the official #1, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see. And then you got Matt Murray backing him up as well. Those two are injury prone and injury riddled. We'll see what happens, but both can be really good, amazing goalies when they're healthy. So we'll see what happens there, right?
Even their number 3 and 4 are not that bad. I mean, with a team like the Leafs out in front of them, anybody could raise to stardom just getting on a roll, being at the right place at the right time. I've seen it happen so many times.
Yeah.
It's just making some big saves and being at the right place at the right time, and everything just takes off from there.
Yeah, I think, I've seen Wall over the years in the minors and coming up, and great goalie, huge. He's got the size. He's got I just love the way he moves, and I definitely think he has potential to be our #1 and a top goalie in the NHL as long as we can keep that guy healthy. So we'll see what happens.
How bad did you feel last year after we won that game? And who's in net for game? What? Wait, what happened? What? And that was hard. Yeah, that was hard. It could have changed everything for them.
It really could have because he was playing so great. And listen,
and Samsonov played well, and he didn't play bad. It's just, he
definitely played a lot better than he had during the regular season, and we were terrible when he came in, and he held his own. So good on him for that. Listen, I think, and we say it every year as a Leafs fan and stuff, but the Leafs look like the real deal this year, even better than last year, and not just on the ice, but behind the bench as well. And I'm hearing rumblings out there, even from the experts who are Leafs haters, that they are really liking the new look Toronto Maple Leafs this year, and it possibly could be their year. So, I mean, do you have any inkling of that? Do you see them making it out of the first round again, or is
I grew up in Toronto, in Coldwater and Wabashine, and the Leafs are my team, just like anybody else that grew up in Southern Ontario. Yeah. And I would love to see them. I mean, I was born in '63. They won in '67, but I didn't even watch hockey when I was like 3-4 years. I didn't know anything about it. I would love to see them win. It would be fantastic.
Remote on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think their chances are this year?
Oh, parity is so tough, but I mean, 7, 8, maybe.
I like it. It's not terrible. You
so many things.
6,
So many things have to go right, man. You don't understand. Even if it was like a perfect scenario. I mean, what would you have said after the Oilers' first 10 or 15 games last year of them making the finals?
Didn't even see it coming.
Would you have said a 2-3? Like they might not even make the playoffs. I mean, the Leafs could start out like that. It might just be a disaster at the beginning, and then they figure it out. Or they could be amazing at the beginning, and then injuries, or who knows? I mean, that's why we watch.
Yeah, 82 games still to go. It's going to be a long season. Stanley Cup predictions. Who you say the Leafs do have a chance. Who else is up there? We've already talked about the Florida Panthers. You said definitely a chance to repeat. Is there 1, 2 other teams that stand out for you?
I'm probably like I watch the East more, so the Rangers are going to be tough again. I like Dallas. I thought they were pretty strong, and their goaltending is. A lot of times it's about goaltending in the playoffs, and if you hit a hot goalie like Bobrovsky or whoever it is, sometimes they can carry you right to the promised land. So it's just so hard to say.
For sure.
So I don't even know the fourth team. The fourth team, I'd say, Edmonton's got to be back there again.
Sure, they definitely. You can't count them out after
After all that experience and everything, I don't think they'll start out as bad as they did this year, and they'll probably be at the top of the league all year.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Does Ovechkin break Gretzky's record this year, or does it happen?
I don't know. He's really slowed down, but then he got on a bit of a roll last year, and I was surprised.
Yeah.
But I thought Gretzky's record would be safe, but it all depends. I mean, they kind of sold off quite a bit, but you never know if the power play unit. I mean, it's all power play. He's going to get most of his goals on the power play.
Yeah.
It all just depends.
Stay healthy still too, right? There's still that.
Yeah, he has stayed healthy. Yeah. Now, if I'm playing Washington and I'm on the PK, I mean, our chalk talks before the game is like, no matter what, you got to be You got to be over there cheating towards them. Yeah. It's going to get harder and harder with everybody. But he's done it for so many years.
Yep.
It's just that as he gets a little longer in the tooth, it might not be as easy, and the luck might not be there when he was a young buck.
Yeah. Matthews or anyone get 70 this year or no?
Yeah, he could. I mean, it's all about health. If he can stay healthy, and with the new group of defensemen and the way they play, it could be, if the Leafs can get the puck offensively, get it in, start cycling, and just be so solid that they're not playing in their own end as much, he could easily get 70.
For sure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Such a natural scorer. And
he's
got such a release.
Fun to watch. I'm glad.
Yeah.
He's glad he's on our team, right, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, staying with hockey, but switching leagues and gears completely. Let's talk about your son, Christoph, who's playing over in Europe. He's been over there for quite a while. I've had the pleasure to play with and against him in summer league only, and I loved playing when I was with him because I just had to float around and sort of pick up the garbage goals. But
was that the Wasaga group? The Wasaga guys? Oh,
you played with us too.
I came out a couple times. Yeah, getting too old, man. I'm playing pickleball now. My body's just killing me.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful sport, that pickleball, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I go and I play with. I think I'm the youngest one there. I'm 60. Yeah. And they're out there every morning just playing and playing and playing, and I've gone out about 5 times now, and I'm liking it just because it's I'd rather chase a ball around than stand on a treadmill or pedal a bike or whatever. I'd rather chase the ball. That's just
Yeah, for sure. Listen, he's a great hockey player, and he's been over there since 2018 after graduating from St. FX University, which was a wonderful experience for him, right? And they won the championship, I believe, in his last year. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, they won it a couple. There's the big CIS, which UNB with. They were always like one of the powerhouses in Canada, and they won the Eastern Atlantic Division a couple times while he was there, and he had a lot of success and some great friends. And actually, he met his wife at St. FX. So I thought I'd be, my wife and I'd be flying out to Halifax or somewhere and having lobster every Christmas.
Right.
But it turned out that Caitlin, his wife, is from Innisfil. So,
no way.
Yeah. So.
Funny.
Yeah, no lobster for me. No My wife doesn't like lobster anyway, so.
Oh, wow, that's he's played in Sweden, Slovakia. He went actually back to Sweden last year, and now he's signed with the Nottingham Panthers in good old jolly old England. That's got to be pretty exciting, right?
Yeah, well, he was offered. He didn't want to go to the British League, but they offered him his MBA, so he's kind of double dipping. He's going to Nottingham University, Mondays and Tuesdays, and whenever he does the rest remotely, and he's doing a crash course to try to get his MBA, just to have that in his back pocket for when he's done playing as well. So that's not a bad thing either, right?
It's not a bad thing at all.
No, it's not very heavy.
Robin Hood and stuff, right?
Sheriff and a Friar Tuck. Yeah, there's a little forest with some amusement park stuff inside. I looked it up online, but it's not a big forest like it was probably 200-300 years ago, but it's central England and it's nice. And the wife and I are hoping to get to see him. We got to go to AIK last year to Stockholm, and we were there for like a couple of weeks, and we caught 3 or 4 of his games, and it was a wonderful experience. And I mean, Stockholm's a big city, and in Sweden, so there was always something to do every day as tourists. And Christoph, you know, if we go over in November, December, all the Christmas markets, I guess, are fantastic over there. They really get into them with all the setups and stuff. So yeah, we're looking forward to catching some games and going over there.
Are the games available on television for you to watch too?
Yeah. So because his team, so it's different. They have each team has their own TV network that you have to join and pay per game, £16 or £15 per game. So all his games are free to me, but if he goes and plays Sheffield or Glasgow or whatever, you have to go to their account and set up an account and give them the £16. So I pay for it. It's way cheaper than a flight over there. So I get to see all his games. And nowadays, for all hockey or most high-level hockey, they have these software that the coaches send the players all their shifts from the game before and all their giveaways and all their hits and all their, attempted passes and completed passes. It's pretty cool. So Christoph, even if I didn't catch the game, he'll send me that, and I'll either watch the whole game or I'll watch all his shifts. And sometimes we talk about, hey, you remember when you're behind the net and the guy was coming in, and you either didn't see him, or you put it on the wrong side of his body, or you set him up for a nice goal. Like just dad, son, just hockey talk, just shop talk.
Does he still take advice from dad in the hockey advice, or he's like, Dad, you don't even know because you've been out too long?
Yeah, no, I'm lucky. He's always open to, and I'm always like, hey, buddy, I'm not trying to, I'm on your side. I'm trying to help you if I can. And he goes, I know, Dad. So no, he listens. Yeah, and I'm not telling him what to do. I'm just saying, here, this is what I'm seeing. You take it for what it's worth. That's just part of the process.
That's pretty special that he's got to experience, Sweden and Slovakia and now England. It's got to be an amazing learning experience, and he gets to play hockey all at the same time. So that's pretty special in its own
way. So in my 16 years of pro, I played probably 8 years over here between the different leagues, the NHL, American League, Central League, whatever I was up and down in. And then I played in Finland, Sweden, Germany, Switzerland, and Italy. So I got to see all those countries and friends and stuff from there. It was fantastic.
That's amazing.
Great life experiences. Yeah, and they're getting that. He's got buddies now that he stays in touch with in the summer from AIK and different places, and it's just it's just good to have an open mind and do it while you're young. And they don't have kids yet. I'm sure they're going to be coming soon. So
awesome.
Get your fill of it. If they want to pay you to play, you keep playing. And if they want to give you an education, you keep doing it.
Take that too. Why not? Even better. It's amazing and good for him. Clicks to Chris for sure. Let's flip gears to your other daughter who completely switched gears and doesn't play hockey at all. But she is one hell of a singer, isn't she, pal?
I don't know where she gets it from. Joanne is, I'm pretty sure I can say she's tone deaf, and I'm not a singer, but she got it somewhere. And she did these music festivals in Midland when she was a young girl, and then there happened to be a retired opera singer, Vicki Thompson, who was in Midland, that we got her some lessons with her, and the rest is history. She just kind of took to it and went to London, got her master's in music. And now she does these programs, and she's just on the cusp of getting work and starting to hopefully become a professional opera singer.
That's pretty special. Phil Kontos is her name. She's an opera singer. She was just over in Croatia this summer, right? Tell me about that.
Well, she almost like audition. You have to send videos of what you can do, and they offered her one of the lead parts in it's like a 2-hour opera with an orchestra, and she sang probably 70% or 80% of the opera, where she was out with either somebody else sing. And I'm watching going, oh my, how do you remember what to sing, what language, where to be on the stage, like all this? It's like, I don't get it. I couldn't do it if you could lock me in a room for a year and I couldn't do it. And she learns it in a month. And they have their practices, and they work on it, and the teachers are saying, move your tongue here so your voice goes out there, and blah, blah, all this stuff. I mean, I don't know anything about that stuff, but that's what she's working on her craft, and that's part of the process. And if she does become a professional mezzo-soprano singer, we know some other ones that say that you can do it until you're 55 or 60 even, just because it's the voice, it's not the body or anything. It's like what comes out of your mouth and how it projects and how it sounds to the audience. So
interesting. So I was going to ask about the different singing styles of an opera singer. So mezzo soprano, part of my ignorance, but is that like on the lower range, or are we
a little bit lower? Yeah. She can almost sing like a regular soprano, but she's being classified as a mezzo. But she's had some of her teachers in different parts of the world say, no, you could train your voice to become a soprano, but there's a lot less sopranos in the industry than it would be like goaltenders. There's way less goaltenders than there are players that play hockey. So, if you can do it well and you can get to the top of your craft, then you can do it for a long time. That's what I've heard.
Is the competition tough in the mezzo soprano world and opera singers in general?
So we're from Penetanguishene, and opera is kind of overseas, even though it's over here. But the real connoisseurs of opera seem to be in Europe. So she's even told me that the teachers over there are way different than here. The technique, and they say, well, this is the way you've learned it. But it would be almost like somebody speaking French in Quebec is Parisian French. Somebody in just.
Sure.
It's just different. So she's just trying to get as much experience and learn as much as she can. And she's only 27, so another 3 years she'll be at her prime, I think, and hopefully by then, she's. We're going to visit her somewhere to watch her perform.
Yeah, right. So, and is that something that a better opportunity over in Europe, and will she be maybe thinking about moving over there permanently, or?
Yeah, possibly. But then now we're hearing that the world is tightening up with visas, and what comes first? You get the job, then you get the visa, or do you get the visa and then hope to get a job? And to get a visa, there's paperwork and time. 6 months or 3 months. It's just. Oh, and
the money too, right?
And the money. Yes, yeah.
I know all about it, my friend.
Well, you have to go to the States to do your voice stuff and acting and.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, luckily there's a ton of it out of Toronto and stuff now, but I have looked at in the past when I was living in the States for a year and even trying to get an extended visa, as a tourist and stuff, and not even working was a whole ordeal in itself. So
you know what I'm talking. Yeah, it's unfortunate it's like that, but for the arts or for that kind of industry, it can be challenging. So there's
for sure
you got to figure out how to get through that path too.
Yeah, well, I wish her all the best in her future endeavors in singing. It sounds like she's pretty amazing, and the same to your son. I wish him all the best in Nottingham this year. I really appreciate you taking the time to come on here and chat hockey. It's going to be an incredible, exciting season, and I think it's going to be an incredible, exciting winter for you, watching Christoph, watching your daughter flourish and see what happens with her career, and just getting to sit back and watch hockey as a retired NHLer too, and enjoying it.
Well, you keep doing what you're doing. I'll do what I'm doing, and I hope everything goes great for everyone.
For sure, and I hope to see you soon. I know we were supposed to catch up and go out for dinner with your brother. George is a good friend of mine, and
we'll make that happen. We'll make it happen.
We'll definitely make it happen, and I look forward to seeing you soon, pal.
All right, Bondzee, all the best.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for doing
Keep rocking it.
You too. Thanks.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's not play that game anymore, shall we? That was Chris Kontos. Hope you enjoyed that interview. I really appreciate him taking the time out of his busy day to come on and talk hockey and about his kids, because they're up to some pretty amazing things. Opera singer, that's a product. I was like, I don't even know what that is. I know, like, I've heard of opera singers, but I didn't know any level of it. So we are all more educated today on the old opera singing stuff. So there you go. And check out his kid, Christoph. Holy shit. Slow down, bro. Just take a deep breath. I'm all excited because I was just watching the Mets game and they're 2 out, top of the ninth. they got come back and got 4 runs, and they ended up winning. And I'm happy for the Mets. I'm not a Mets fan. I'm happy for a really good buddy of mine who lives and dies by the Mets. And so there. But I got all flustered. Anyways, Chris Kontos, check him out for the Nottingham Tigers or whatever they are. But that was pretty awesome. Okay, let's get into some videos because I got to get the hell out of here. I got shit to do. I'm over the time of past being here. And I'm sure you all got to get to bed too and have better things to do. But we got to get to some dummies of the week because, listen, it's the best part of the show, quite frankly. This one's a beauty. I got some doozies. Buckle up, ready. Let's get bigger screens here. Watch this. Oh wait, let me take me off.
Bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Move, bitch.
That thing, and that's exactly what she looks like, getting hit by that massive bull. Why you would play bull roulette is beyond me, because that hurt, and that is going to hurt for quite some time. All right, next, what do we got? Oh, look at these dummies. Check this out. What are the odds of that? Right at the last millisecond, that truck veers off because it smashes up into the motor in the back of the horizon there. Like, you idiots. You had one job, boys, and you blew it. Okay, what else we got? Listen, I don't even know what's going on here, but watch. I have not, and I repeat, not that exercise class, and that's not what I've been doing to lose my weight. Okay, that's not what I'm going to the gym to do. But listen, I'm not going to take it away from anybody. It looks like he can burn some pretty good calories there, to be quite honest with you. I'm not sure if you're burning any calories here, and I'm not really sure why any human being would take to this game, but listen,
2, 3. Oh, he takes it like a champion. Takes it like a champion.
Okay, right.
Takes it like a champ.
Like
he's grunting. Yep.
Right up, and I filled him.
That's like a dirty tap. That's a dirty tap. Yep. Okay. Burn 1.
Okay.
2, 3. Ooh.
What do you mean?
Likewise.
I'm sorry.
Likewise.
Fellas, I know there's
1,
here watching
2,
that have been kicked
3.
in.
Oh, he takes it like a champion. Takes it like a champion.
There is no.
Takes it like a champ. He's grunting. Yep.
Way whatsoever.
Takes a knee.
You are.
That's like a dirty tap. That's a dirty tap. Yep.
Around and going back.
Okay.
You'd be lucky to get yourself off the floor.
Burn
10
1,
minutes after being
2, 3.
Ooh. I've think to myself the balls with like a big hole, and you're like, oh, and you're like,
1,
there's
2,
no other pain like
3. Oh, he takes it like a champion. Takes it like a champion. Takes it like a champ. He's grunting. Yep.
Oh shit!
Takes a knee. That's like a dirty tap. That's a dirty tap. Yep. Okay.
I'm not buying it.
Burn 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Anyways, enough of you two retards. Retards. Quag, you can't say that anymore. What do we got here? Honest to God, I don't even know. What?
Diante de bom, se meus joelhos não doessem mais. Diante de bom, se meus joelhos não.
That's some crazy nonsense going on right there. Like, whoa. What? Where did these go, baby? Oh man, this is awesome. Check this out.
the brink and is looking to put this one into the history book. Carolina finally pushed one through Sterling. Boom, Sterling! Did you see that? Here comes the spike straight to the man! The man! The legend! His teammates help him to his feet. No! They raise him heavenward!
That's what they did with it going around. You don't laugh.
Back from the brink and is looking to put this one in.
Okay, because you're a loser.
I promise this is the funniest fight I've ever seen in my life. So let's get to it. Buddy knock him down. His teammate come.
Bro, I ain't never seen a running elbow
like why he do that, bro?
Running elbow.
You can tell he's like, been in prison before, for real.
He elbowed him for no reason. Like, this is crazy. So now niggas like, let's get to it. And then Buddy,
yo, jumping 40 inches for a punch is crazy, but the elevation on this punch is miraculous.
He came off the bench, bro. He turned into Rey Mysterio.
Wait, watch Buddy though. Watch Buddy. Watch
no,
Buddy.
Everybody
watch
get
Buddy.
into it, bro.
He made slavery into that punch.
Wait, look at that. Look at that. Bro, niggas are jumping around.
Number 2 threw a punch at his neck.
Bro, where is the security team?
Uh-oh.
Why is nobody breaking this up?
He coming.
And Buddy is just running around. He's throwing drop kicks.
Another massive fail right there.
This nigga turned
Bro,
into Karate Kid,
he
bro.
threw a flying
This
kick.
is senseless.
The 12 one who started, he backed
not number
up.
12.
They
Not number 12.
so elusive,
But they
bro.
moved this nigga head. Can't get off a fight, bro. This is funny as hell, bro. Where's the security team?
That's up for video.
Bro, I promise this is the funniest fight I've ever seen in my life. So let's get to it. Buddy knock him down. His teammate
I don't
come.
know what's really going on here. That's enough of that. But listen, don't mess around.
Yeah, what's this card right here? It do look like a Pokemon, but what the fuck is it called? The Kookaburra?
It is.
I don't know how to say that damn name of that shit. Leave that shit. Whoa, did that shit just bust the fucking nut on? Yo, that shit you gotta shoot that shit now. Fuck that. What the fuck? Yeah, what's this card right here?
More time.
It do look like a Pokemon, but what the fuck is it called? The Kookaburra? I don't know how to say that damn name of that shit. Leave that shit. Whoa, did that shit just bust the fucking nut on?
What in
Yo,
the actual hell?
that shit you gotta shoot that shit now. Fuck that. What the fuck?
Okay, there's a little more impressive. While playing the drum.
Ai, meu Deus do céu, vai cair, amor. Nossa, amor do céu, olha isso aqui. Nossa, minha Nossa Senhora. Caiu, em cima das casas. Tá todo mundo correndo agora.
Nobody was hurt. Well,
meu Deus, eu vou lá que eu sou curiosa.
E velho, como tá, ó, caiu aí, ó.
But it's pretty weird.
Mano, que B.O. Olha aí, ó. Tamanho do bicho, mano. E tá rodando mó foto no ar aí, ó. E caiu, ó. Tá vendo aí, ó?
Oh, well, that's all I got. I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't know about you. Let me get that off the screen. Huge shout out. Thanks to Phil Mulzer, Chris Kontos, and you, quite frankly, you, for tuning into this absolute nonsense. Really hope you click that thingy-bobber up there, the QR code. If you want to come and have a good time, if you're in the Hamilton area, it really is going to be a great time. Hosted by yours truly. JD Fortune is going to put on a great show. So is the local musicians, Michelle, and I believe some other ones. And the panel's going to be great too. It's going to be just a great time overall. And you can win prizes. You can donate. You can buy Pat's art, a silent auction, wicked food from Chef Kenny, because neither one of us said his last name because we don't know how to say it, quite frankly. So we'll try to be better and learn it for next week. Okay. If there is a next week, Jesus Christ, I might just pack this whole thing in. I'm tired. Okay. I'm tired. That's it. That's all. Okay. Don't trip. You're fine. We'll get through this together. Have a great weekend. Be safe. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just need a breather. Okay. That's it. That's all. Toodaloo. Have a great night, and I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you. Yeah. Bye.
That was very strange. It was very weird. It was peculiar. It was kind of amusing. Yes, it was rather funny. It was incredibly funny. I loved it. Hilarious.
Who's next to go? I check the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee Live. Bondzee on YouTube.
I missed it. I wanted to play this again.
Actual replication of my husband's penis with his ashes in it that I have slowly been spreading around the gathering. And he's here.